Man, I remember when I used to really dig reading the solicitations for Marvel and DC and Image, or like the Diamond previews. But I haven't had a pull list at a comic book store since 2013. And I don't know, I think I don't even know exactly when I started reading comic books regularly again. I had to switch to digital. I probably around 2017, 2018 started getting things on Comixology mainly, but it's mostly old stuff. Burn on like Fantastic Four and Alpha Flight, She Hulk, stuff like that. It's just weird to kind of look at like regular comics, and it's just most of it is just really trash for the big two. Like I'm currently reading Batman and Catwoman, and it really sucks. I get it from Clayman's art. Tom King, he's having some issues in the news lately, but he's a weird one because, on the one hand, I think that he does have talent as a writer, but on the other, he uses it poorly. Like we know. I mean, anybody who's read his Batman run knows what his issues are. And I'm currently, like I said, I'm reading Batman, Catwoman, and literally, Catwoman, and this is what issue 6, Catwoman has left Batman because Batman wanted to find out where Joker was after stopping a bomb at a skating rink. And he's like, hey, where's Joker? I want to find him. And for some reason, she started flipping out and getting pissed off and saying, maybe you can beat it out of me. I'm not going to tell you where he is. And it's like, there's no reason to be with Catwoman if this is how she is. If she wants to stay friends with fucking Joker, then he doesn't have to deal with her. And this whole idea that he ends up at the end of the issue, I'm going to spoil it because it's bullshit. But he ends up at the end of the issue, latest issue of issue 6 or whatever. He ends up at the end after most of it's been Catwoman and Joker in her house talking and setting up Christmas decorations or whatever. But he ends up at the end of the coming to Catwoman's apartment talking about, I'm lost without you. When you left me, I don't know what to do. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. You're a fucking billionaire. You know, you're ripped to shreds. You're fucking international playboy and man of mystery, and you're worried about this one little dumb chick who's running around with your worst enemy. Fuck off. But anyway, let's see. So Hulk. the I'm laughing because of Immortal Hulk in my Immortal Hulk video. I don't know who's listened to it, but might be time to make another one of those because I have to. I've gotten the remaining volumes that I didn't read since the last, since that video I made. So anyway, let's get through this. Let's see. So Hulk 1. So Immortal Hulk is done. Al Ewing is on to greener pastures or whatever, so to speak. So Donny Cates has taken over with Ryan Otley. I don't know what the consensus is with Invincible anymore. It seems like now that people have watched the Amazon television show, they think that the series is bad, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I think the series is great, and I think Otley's art was great. But somebody was like, his art wasn't really all that great. Was it Thinking Critical saying that? I don't know. Somebody was saying his art wasn't that great on Invincible, and they think it's going to be better here. I like this cover. Who did the cover, though? Simone. Oh, this is Variants. Who did the regular cover? Look at all these done. I can't even see who did it, though. Just tell me who the fuck did it. You know what? I don't give a shit anymore. Let's see. So this is a cool cover. I like this one. This is probably the one from Simone Bianchi, I think. I don't know. But let's see. This is cool. This is cool. This is Otley. I mean, if I'm wrong, but I think that's Otley. Alright, whatever. So, I don't know if I'm going to read this or not. Usually I wait for trades. I get Batman, Catwoman in single issues. I was getting King in Black, but then I got a couple issues and then I guess kind of forgot about it. So I may just go ahead and get the rest of those issues. But usually, mostly anything that I'm reading regularly from Marvel, I get in trades. Well, digital trade, unfortunately. All right, Venom. I don't know. I've never been super interested in Venom. People love Venom. Um, I don't know. I mean, I guess I like him enough, but not enough to read a series. Everybody talks about Ram V as being a good writer. I might check out his Catwoman. Um, but yeah, let's see. Let's look at these covers. It's just it's just one of one. Never mind. It's just the only cover. They didn't have the variants. All right, Thing 1 of 6. So this one I think is really interesting. Interesting, not like, oh wow, this is so great, I can't wait to check it out. It's more like, why are they doing this? How does Okay, so Walter Mosley is the guy who writes like the Devil in the Blue Dress books by I mean not by with what's his name? What the hell is the name of the detective? Denzel Washington played him in Devil in the Blue Dress. Black detective in like the 30s or 40s or maybe even the 50s. That was a good movie. I haven't seen it in a while. But I'm just wondering what made them. How did they get Walter Mosley involved in this? Is he a comic fan? And he just said, "Hey, look, can I write something?" And they said, "Hey, you can write Thing." This, I wonder if this is something signaling that they're gonna Thing's gonna be black in the Marvel or the MCU version, which would be kind of ridiculous. A black guy who's gonna be orange, so it wouldn't matter either way. But you know. Renowned storyteller Walter Mosley brings his signature style to a sweeping saga of Yancey Street's favorite son that will range from the urban sprawl of the back alleys of Manhattan to the farthest reaches of the cosmos itself. This is, I'm gonna check this one out, or at least, keep my eyes and ears open for it to see what people say. All right, I like Phil Noto's art. I really do. Not a lot of people. I've heard people complain about it for whatever reason, but I think his art is beautiful. I cannot stand Kate Bishop, and I hate that they call her Hawkeye. I don't get why they have to call her Hawkeye. Just give her own fucking name. It's probably to do with these assholes not being confident in selling a book with her name. Not Kate Bishop. Give her own fucking name. Just make something up. Maid Marian or something. Call her Robin Hood or Robbing Hood or something. You could find a good name for her. They don't call her Shaft. But anyway, I do like this cover though. I think that I like the colors here. Let's see. This cover I hate because I really don't like the art. Well, I guess the art's not that bad. It's really what she's wearing. She looks goofy. Yeah, she's not Hawkeye, and I hate that they do this. All right, let's see. I keep umming. Marike Nightcap. So that's another thing. I think his name is Marike Nightcap. Nightcap. She's a fucking YA author. And, I've complained a lot on this channel in previous videos about how the Big Two keeps hiring people with this YA mindset, which is why we keep getting these shitty comics where people sit around and talk and eat and don't actually have adventures. And so I was thinking, why? What was it about her that made them being Marvel, think, oh, let's give her a job writing Hawkeye? So I was just interested. I was like, okay, she's a YA author. Let's see what people have to say about it. So she has this book called This Is Where It Ends, I think it's called. Yeah, This Is Where It Ends. Everyone has a reason to fear the boy with the gun. So it's a story about a school shooting. So I was just curious what people had to say about it. Because I say maybe she's a good writer and I'll just check out something she wrote. But sheesh, these people just went off. They went off. This book is a travesty. This book, quite frankly, an insult to all the victims, direct and indirect, of school shootings. School shootings are a fairly new epidemic, one of the most well-known being Columbine. It is also a morbidly intriguing one. So anyway, I read this. This is long. She wrote a novel. I think this is as long as the book she's critiquing. And okay, so she's saying here how, we already heard that, school shootings is grave and deep and complex, blah, blah, blah. And yet, that's what this foolish, what did she say? It is also a morbidly intriguing one. The psychology of people that committed said acts are deeply complex and not to be taken lightly in exploration. And yet, that's what this foolish, belittling, dare I say, stupid little book does. Wow, foolish, belittling, dare I say, stupid. That describes SJW comics and the way that they approach stories. They're silly. They're not meant to engage you. They're meant to, I don't know what the fuck they're meant to do. Distract you? Occupy your time or waste your time? It boils down the intricate psychology behind said act, behind the perpetrator, down to he was evil. Boom. Simple. That's it, right? That must be it. She is really offended about the fact that, this particular school shooter, has no real motivation. He's just evil. They don't explore it in depth. I'm big into foreign films and art house films, so I don't know. It depends on how it's executed, but I kind of like those things where it's like, yeah, he's just evil. There's something missing. It's sort of like that movie, The Vanishing. Oh, whatever. We won't get into that. I don't want to ruin that. If you ever get a chance to see The Vanishing, not the one, the American remake, the original one, with Jean-Claude Van Damme. That was Jean-Claude Van Damme's not in it, but the guy kind of looks like him. So she's really pissed. I was trying to see, what was the part? Maybe it was a different review. Let's see, here's another one. I think maybe this was it. Because this this goes into what we all complain about regarding SJWs and how they rate books. We are never taken deep inside his mind to see what made him do it. The flashbacks show that he was once different, but a piece of the story is clearly missing. When and how did he become this way? Now, see, some of this, like I said, I know how foreign films are, and so I think some writers do like to sort of leave things open and whatever, but where was it that I saw they were really, maybe I should have been more prepared. Okay, so this is, I thought, interesting because, again, it reminds me of how poorly comics are written by people who, are like YA minded, have the YA mindset. They don't have the guerrilla mindset, they have the YA mindset. So people with the YA mindset, when they're trying to write adventure stories or stories that are supposed to be compelling and deep, they always fall on these cliches and crutches, and they're always usually very shallow. So here, this reviewer was like, excuse me, as for the characterization, ye gods, this was the worst part of the novel by far. I'd rather people say ye gods than yikes. That's important because this kind of story hinges so much on characterization and trying to understand the backgrounds, quirks, definitions, emotions, and actions of the characters when they're backed up against a wall. On one hand, you could probably hear me praising the skies that the author included the presence of POC characters and characters of different sexual orientations. But then here she goes off. But the presentation was so bland and skewed that I'm saying it's hurting the diversity leaning more than help. Yeah. Oh, okay. But the presentation was so bland and skewed that I'm saying it's hurting the diversity leaning more than helping it. So much narrative space was dedicated to overemphasizing their otherness that the inclusion felt not only forced, but stereotypical, and dare I say it, prejudiced. Telling me 50 billion times that a character loves another girl and that they fit together does not convince me of the relationship. You have to show those interactions, bring them to life, create context and value for them to make them more vivid. The repetition doesn't do anything for the characters themselves or showing their experiences and feelings. Using a bunch of random Spanish words, Madre Dios, got old very quickly. And how many teens do you think would say that? And ill-attributed stereotypical mannerisms does not convince me that you know how to write a Latino/A character. So she didn't say Latinx or Latinx. She said Latino/Latina character. I probably would just said a Latin character. Alright. So then she really goes on. POCs and characters of different groups, whether by religion, creed, sexual identity, sexual orientation, or tribe, no, she didn't say tribe, are not set pieces that one could just throw in a story willy-nilly and automatically consider it inclusive. It's not a laundry list, and it's not something you can just check off whenever you feel like it. It's all about the portrayal of the characters, the way they define themselves, their experiences, and how they interact and deal with life and the situations they encounter. And this narrative did a mediocre job of all of that. The reviewers, I usually take Goodreads reviewers to task, but a lot of the reviewers here were very on point. And I haven't read the book, but I feel like I have just by reading some of these shitty SJW comics that have come out. And at a certain point, I was thinking, oh, this is pretty good. Then after a while, you go, wait a minute, this is the same thing each time, and they're not doing anything. Nothing's happening. Anyway, so I thought this was interesting. I have no hope whatsoever in this book. I don't like Kate Bishop at all, so I'm not going to read it anyway. But, yeah. Amazing Spider-Man 78. We can almost skip all of these because it's Ben Reilly. I don't give two shits about Ben Reilly. Spider-Man is Peter Parker. I don't like Ben Reilly. I don't like, what's the brother's name? I forgot his name. Oh, Miles Morales. So whatever. But let me see. This is the story about, I don't know, I guess they beat Peter Parker's ass. Now, I bought those. I always wait to they get a sale on Comixology. And I just buy them up. And I have a ton of unread shit that I got to get to at some point. I got all the classic Amazing Spider-Mans a couple of months ago. I think they were selling them for like $3-4 each. So I got pretty much everything up till whatever they're currently on. The Marvel Masterwork ones. And I have Mick Spencer's, I guess, almost its entire run now. And trades. I just got to, like I said, read them. Who is this? The Daughters of the Dragon of Spider-Man. What is this? What's going on with this? Misty and Colleen. So is this Misty Knight now? If she has a fro, that's great. Like I whatever. They was making. Yeah, see, this I like. I like this style because I was recently. I'm not recently. Well, I don't know. I guess I saw your boy Zach did a video about. I think it was Misty Knight was in it. I can't remember what the comic was. I think it had Hawkeye was in it. And she looked terrible. She was so unattractive. I think it was Misty Knight. And I was like, God, that's embarrassing. This is great. I like this style. Alright, but anyway. He's Spider-Man. Again, it's Ben Reilly. Don't give a shit. Okay. Avengers 50. This asshole, Jason Aaron, can go fuck himself. She-Hulk actually looks pretty here, but who knows what's going on inside the book. I like this cover. That's great. Okay, and I'm not so sure about this cover. I don't like the way Thor is looking here. What? Well, whatever. Alright. So, yeah, Jason Aaron sucks. And nobody's going to witness the jaw-dropping conclusion of World War She-Hulk. They should just call it World War Hulk because she looked terrible. Alright, Captain America, Iron Man. I'm not interested in this. What is this about, though? A government agent turned Hydra provocateur stages a daring breakout on her way to prison. Oh, God. She's going to make fools of them. Whoever this person is, and she's a woman, she's going to make fools of these two, attracting the attention of both Iron Man and Captain America. When Steve and Tony realize they both have the connection to the slippery fugitive, they team up to track her down, only to discover she's not the only player on the board with big plans and sinister motives. Yeah, she's going to fucking be a pain in the ass. Let's see if they show her. Look at these two idiots. I like this art, though. Alex Ross. But I just think they look like they're both doing this to some slippery girl. You know. Alright, so whatever. Let's see. Black Cat. I like this cover. Looks nice. This cover's alright. This cover's like, she seems a little compromised here. I don't know. These two cops are looking like, And then look at this motherfucker. Spider-Man kind of left her, put her in a compromising position. Damn. Alright, this cover is alright, I guess. I don't know. I don't read Black Cat. People are saying Jed McKay's, I don't know, what is he doing right now? Moon Knight. People are like, oh, Jed McKay and Moon Knight is great. I don't know who he is. I don't like Moon Knight, so. I recently bought something with Black Cat, and I think it is by Jed McKay, so I need to read it. I think it was an annual or something. I don't know why I bought it. I might have seen someone do a review of it, and I thought I'd check it out. The Death of Doctor Strange. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't even know when his film is coming out, though, but maybe this is a good way to promote Doctor Strange by killing him off. I don't understand this obsession. Well, I don't think there's anybody going to replace Doctor Strange, or is there? But I don't understand why you have to keep replacing the main characters and just putting other people in the costumes and this whole mantle bullshit. So Ben Reilly's just in a Spider-Man costume, running around just being Spider-Man. And like, why? Why is Peter Parker not there? Like, what? I don't understand that mentality, but whatever. All right, Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom. All right, what's he talking about? Doctor Strange 3 and 5. When no sorcerer of supreme Earth is left entirely defenseless against the mothers of all mystical threats, meet the three mothers: the weird and alien mage princess, no priestess, the crown, a powerful warrior queen, and the whatever. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Yeah, okay. It's always the same thing. Okay, so he's dead, so now they've got people got to replace him and take up the mantle. I don't know. Who's White Fox? Do I know this character? Is last the mystical shape-shifting Kumiho. As the White Fox, she defended Earth from every threat and proven herself again and again alongside the agents of Atlas and Tiger Division. But the death of Doctor Strange will test her like never before. Okay, I don't know White Fox. If I do, I don't remember White Fox. That's a shame. Inferno. Okay, so with X-Men, we've got a bunch of goofballs writing the comics. I bought House of Powers, or House of X, Powers of X, I think. I bought that trade on Comixology again. It was cheap. Comic Book Girl 19, or Danica 19, reviewed it and said how great it was. So I got it. Hadn't read it yet, but before I got a chance to read it, I was starting to see all the other reviews and stuff coming out about, how bad a lot of it was. And it was just sort of losing its way. So I just like, whatever. Reading and hearing more about what Jonathan Hickman said about how basically he had a plan, but the other staff that was brought in to work on the books with him didn't want to get out of, first gear or whatever. They didn't want to switch gears. They wanted to stay and fart around in the first phase. They didn't want to, move on to the next, which again shows you a lot about sort of that YA mindset, and that these writers are not talented enough to actually make things progress. They just want to just sit and fart around and do nothing. So it's funny that he's leaving. So he wrote this. I guess it's to be understood that this is going to be the true sort of continuation from House of X, Power of X. I'll have to look more into it. I think I'm going to try to get it, but I'm going to start reading them first. This is 3 or 4, so I don't know. Inferno, the first Inferno should be out pretty soon if it isn't out already. I'll have to read, like I said, House of X, Power of X, and then see if I want to go a little further and read this as well. Phoenix on Echo. I just feel like, again, it's weird that the people who are in charge of these books don't seem to really care about them. Like, I don't understand watering down Phoenix like this by just giving her to somebody else. Like, Phoenix is special and unique, and it's tied to Jean Grey, and I just hate this idea that they say, we'll just give it to somebody else now. Who cares? And it's somebody I don't know or care about. I don't know. I don't give a shit about this. Marvel Voices, another one where they can just stick a bunch of crappy, useless talent on characters that they're going to make fools of because nobody knows anything about these characters. For 2 or 3 pages, it's going to be this horrible art. Do they even have Shaman in this? They probably don't even have Shaman in this. Okay, I don't care about this. Darkhold, Black Bolt, I don't know anything about this. And this is funny. Now, you look at somebody like, you watch Perch or Wes from Think Critical. They know about all these series. They read them or they, just aware of them. Me, I am so out of the loop when it comes to a lot of these superhero comics because I know that they're crap. So I don't care. I get a lot of, like I said, older shit, and I get a lot of, independent stuff. A lot of non-superhero stuff, unfortunately. And don't give a shit about this. As soon as I see something like this, I'm like, nope, not wasting my time. I don't give a shit. Black Panther, no. After what I hear, John Ridley did to, like, some Superman stories, having him be, basically a white supremacist and getting prisoned stink fisted up in prison or whatever. I just, no, I'm not gonna read anything but just John Ridley dude. Defenders, I don't know anything about it. I like Al Ewing and Immortals, so maybe I'll check this out when it goes to trade. Dark Hawk, not Dark Hawk, Dark Hawk. You're not getting anything of value from me on this. I'm just kind of checking this out, and I figured, well, I'll record it, get some more content out. Let's see. This looks good. I don't know anything about it. I don't know who this writer is. I don't know anything about the artist. But this does look good, so maybe I will. Oh, it's just only image. Matthew Plunder has betrayed his parents, and now the entire continent. Welcome to. I don't know anything about this, but I might check it out because I like this cover. King the Conqueror, not interested. Don't care about the MCU TV shows. I don't care. People talking a shit about Moon Knight. I might check it out, but let's see. Already, there's up to issue 5 in November. Moon Knight's hidden enemy is revealed, but revealed is not the same as caught, and he soon finds masks beneath masks as he hunts his way after his new nemesis. At the same time, Dr. Andrea Sturman pierces Moon Knight's own mask, and the first time gets some honest answers. Alright, I don't know. Eternals, I don't know what the fuck is going on with Eternals. Kieran Gillen, his work on The Wicked and Divine. I think I did a video where, I don't know. It might have been my Why the Last Man video, but I recorded that so many different times that I may not have mentioned it in the final version. But Kieran Gillen, I really do enjoy The Wicked and Divine. I think the last volume was probably my least favorite. Not I think. It was. The last volume was my least favorite because it seemed to be the most obvious SJW and most obvious, okay, this person ended up with this woman, like this lesbian. She was straight at first, then she turned bi, then she turned lesbian, so now she has a lesbian wife. And then this person is the Indian who has this, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It just seemed like they were checking all the boxes at the end of the series. And that everybody had to be I don't know, alternative lifestyle. I can't describe it in a better way. I still overall love the book, though. Great book. So I don't know, though. I don't know what's going on with the Eternals. 104, let's see. Yeah, nah. This isn't. Okay, so this is just the fake movie version. Eternals is not the real characters. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. I'm not going to read that. Deadpool, don't really care about Deadpool. It's funny, a lot of these popular characters I don't necessarily hate, I just don't care about them. I don't know if I'm just one of those hipster douchebags when a character gets so popular and they just ram them down your throat. You're just like, ugh, I don't care. Deadpool, I like the first film. I didn't watch the second yet. But I don't care about his comic. They had a great comic, I gotta find it, where they put him in an old Amazing Spider-Man comic, and that shit was great. I gotta find it. I have it here somewhere. If not, I'm gonna look for it online on Comixology. But yeah, I don't know what they're doing with this guy in this. I don't really care. The Marvels, what is this shit? Kurt Busiek's writing it. I loved Marvels, the first one. The final member of the Salt. I don't care. X-Force Killshot Anniversary Special. Rob Liefeld. I follow him on Twitter mainly because he talks shit a lot about a lot of the current X-Men books. So, well, he hasn't been doing it for a while, but you know, I'd enjoyed his interview on Cartoonist Kayfabe, and I really liked him. So I said, okay, yeah, I'm gonna follow him. Sword 10, I don't know anything about it. Hellions, I hear this is really good. But I'm not a big X-Men fan. I mean, I love the X-Men in theory, but I don't like the execution for the most part. You know, so I'm gonna finally get the entire Byrne Claremont run or Claremont Byrne run one of these days, and I got to catch up on. I don't know how far Byrne's gotten now. I think he's on issue 25 of his sort of fan fiction book, which is just amazing. Trial of Magneto, I like this cover. Is there another one? It's beautiful colors and stuff. But The Trilogy. Okay, this is a pretty good cover too. I like it. I hate this stupid ass outfit that Professor X wears. I can't fucking stand Professor X. Leah Williams. I've never read anything of hers. I want to get her Amazing Mary Jane, and from what I hear, she's not a terribly good writer. Just listen to her talk on that recent, what was it, Comic-Con thing that Perch highlighted. I watched some of it myself. She didn't seem to really understand the motivations of the character, and didn't seem to really care about this. And then just hearing people, talk about X Factor, and particularly X Factor 10, which I guess they botched, was kind of, So I don't know. I'm not interested in this at all, though. She's thick though, so I don't have any problem with that. I was laughing because I had made a comment saying that, ironically, Leah Williams couldn't appear in a current Marvel comic looking the way she does. All right. So anyway, X-Force. What's going on with that? All right. I never heard of this guy. I mean, I've heard of him. I've never read any of his books, but he's apparently a pretty good writer. Alright, whatever. Oh, wait, let me see if there's any. Nah, it's just one image. New Mutants. Ugh, God. Rita Ayala. No. Nope. Yeah, no, absolutely not. X-Men 5. I don't like Jerry Duggan's hairstyle, so I'm not going to read his books. And, Marauders. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Excalibur. Yeah, no, I don't give a shit. Wolverine. Yeah, nope. X-Men Legends. Larry Hama, he's turned into a complete sellout. The way he sat there and committed seppuku over the fact that he's ashamed of him. He's ashamed of himself for calling, creating Snake Eyes as a white dude. It's like, don't come back, brother. Don't be a sellout. Don't let these people turn you into a whatever. All right, enough. This is interesting. Fantastic Four Anniversary Tribute. Sounds really cool. What issue is it, though? They have all these artists apparently doing a page of art. Well, let's see. 6 years ago. 60. I would say 6. What year is this? 60 years ago, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby made history and brought about the beginning of the Marvel Age of Comics with the release of Fantastic Four. Now a bevy of Marvel's finest creators pay tribute to that monumental moment by reinterpreting page by page the story from that inaugural release, as well as Fantastic Four Annual 3. Okay, in which the entirety of the Marvel Universe attended the wedding of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. Whether these are stories you've never read before or tales that you are intimately familiar with, this is the perfect way to experience them anew. Haven't read them. I'm going to have to keep an eye out. Shut the fucking dog up. I'm going to have to keep my eye out for Fantastic Four, Kirby and Lee Masterworks, and get them when they get on sale. Life Story. Yeah, I don't know anything about this. Avengers Tech on Event. I don't know anything about this. I'm surprised that she looks like this on this cover. I don't like Dan Slott, so I probably won't read it. But at least she looks attractive here. Let's see. I kind of like this cover too, although I don't like the way they have Reed looking with the stupid beard and shit. Does he have the beard there? It looks like he still has the beard. But yeah. Amazing Fantasy. I haven't been reading this. I hear it's really well. I hear people excited about it. I think the first issue already came out, so they're like, "Oh, get it." Oh, I like this cover. So maybe I will go ahead and get it. So I might not wait for the trade. I may just go ahead and get these. Iron Man is pure trash. I've complained about Iron Man before. Christopher can't write. He should not be writing this fucking book. I'm tired of all these namby-pamby men, how they keep deconstructing these billionaires and shit and making them act like goofballs. This cover looks great, though. I don't like this cover. Black Widow. Don't know what's going on with Black Widow. I bought a bunch of Black Widow comics, though, older ones. So we'll see. I don't know. I might end up getting this run too. Your boy Zach liked the first few issues. He hasn't said much about it going forward, but I don't know about this cover. This cover looks, I guess, dramatic. Okay, I don't know anything about this. What? Shang-Chi, what's your boy Thor doing on the cover of this? What, he's just whooping everybody's ass? Okay. Alright, I don't know this. No interest in Captain Marvel. I hear this is really good. Thor, I think I bought the first trade of this. I haven't read them yet. But here we go. Mjolnir has gone missing, and nobody, not even the powerful eyes of Lady Sif, is able to locate it. So Thor must turn to the last person he wants help from, Odin. For until the hammer is found, nobody in the realms is safe. So, the same time Captain America loses his fucking shield, Thor loses the goddamn hammer. Whatever. Spider-Woman. I can't believe Spider-Woman's got a comic book that's 17 issues. Spider-Man Crossroads. Some more bullshit, huh? The Queen of the Nords finally. Peter David. This is that symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads people say is he's just losing his mind. He's just off the chain writing this. I have to check this out. It's already, well, that's in this is in November, so maybe I'll get these individually too. I don't know. It'll be cheaper to just get it in trade probably. Let me see. Any other covers? I like this cover actually. This cover is really nice too. Hey, I might get this. Don't give a shit about this guy. Savage Avengers. Wes from Thinking Critical was saying that actually this was a good run. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Daredevil. I've been getting Daredevil in trades. They would put out cheap or on sale rather. So I already know that Elektra's Daredevil too. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I guess he's gonna be leaving this issue. Zdarsky, the writer, Chip Zdarsky, the writer, is leaving. I think the main artist, Marco Cicchetto, is leaving too. So I don't know what's going to happen after that. Like I said, I mean, the trade probably won't be out until the last trade of this won't be out until next year sometime anyway. So I'm not going to rush to read those. Don't care about Warhammer. Don't give a shit about this. Yeah, I don't care about Alien Comics. Star Wars Comics don't give a shit about where he's at. Yeah, okay. Don't care. Don't give a shit. No. Yeah, I got all the old Marvel ones recently. Again, on sale. Yeah, I don't give a shit. No. So I guess that's it. This probably took 5 hours to do. I'm just doing this for fun. It's interesting because there are a couple of things that I actually would buy. If I had a pull list, there are a couple of things that I would pull. I wouldn't, but the way things are these days, all you have to do is check out somebody on YouTube and let them rant about it for a while and decide if you still want to check it out or not. That's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about any of these that are coming out. If you're interested in them, or what kind of pull list you have. If you actually still get physical comics, I feel kind of like a sellout for not getting physical comics. The place is small. I have too much junk as it is, and I actually do want to get physical comics, but I need to get rich first so I can have a big home and put everything in its own room. Take care.